It's April 6, 2020. We've got a recovery of Gulf Coast box turtle number 24. Here it is in the strawberry patch, eating berries. It does have some damage due to dogs, which is common on small ones, so they get the jaws around there. This one weighed 286 grams. It's a rather small turtle, adolescent. Was last seen in October, 318 grams. Measured the dome height is 56 millimeters. It's the same as October. September, width is 93, length is 122 millimeters. And this one's classified as timid because I can put it on the scale and it doesn't jump off. So the scale's over here. Put this on here. There's 287. I think I got 286 recorded. You got a leaf on there. There's a 286. This was notched over here. Last July. Is an aid identifying which one's which. And we did put a little bit of a marker on there, which isn't the best thing to do. Prefer not to do that. But these marks on here are new chew marks. This one has a high dome height to the length, which tends to be a female. Also, there's a mark here on the top, which means male may have been on top. Of course, the caliper here, the length is across the shell. That parameter is a little bit hokey because it can get chewed up. The width is, I've been measuring, is across here. The dome I can measure from here down to here, and I usually try to move this around reading. Of course, you close the caliper up, but I read that in millimeters. This is a big 24-inch caliper. Harbor Freight used to sell these. They still sell them on eBay, but they're good to measure animals with. This does have a little bit of an undercut here. You can see here, which tends to be a male, but this has such a high dome height, I'm fairly sure this is a female. So I got a bunch of, those are strawberries, and over there are dewberries, which look like this. There's some that are green still, but when they're ripe, they're black like that. So the wildlife like those, especially the turtles. So this one here, the first entry was 2018, is 111 grams. Then a year later we had it here. It's 241. That was last year. We had 1, 2, 3 sightings last year. And that was it. And then it's just the first one this year. So the weight, this is typical sometimes. If you, in the fall, they've got a lot of masses higher, and then the springtime here they're a little bit less until they gain a little bit more weight back. I think they lose a little bit in the winter sometimes. This was an easy identification because I only have a few of them that are this small. Plus, I did put the notch on there. And I did that with the file. You really don't want to put file if you have to. If they have a natural something missing on them or a notch, that's better to use that. There's what the shell pattern looks like. You can see some red berries on its nose. That's what it's been eating for breakfast. Four rings major, 11 minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what the underside looks like. There's the evidence of eating the strawberries and dewberries.